Guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends, a 2-video day here on the channel because they dropped a lot on us today. It can be kind of overwhelming, especially kind of the tenor of both of the news that we've received today. Now, video number 2, I'm going to go through all the new champions. I'm going to go over the new fitting room. That's all coming inside the next patch. It sounds like in the next couple of weeks, so stay tuned for that. Again, turn on your bell notifications or whatever. It should be live in around 8 hours or so from the time this video goes live. But today's video is going to be, this video, excuse me, is going to be very short. I want to talk quickly. I thought about just not doing this video, but I'm like, nah, dude, I want to really share my opinions on this, and I really want to hear from you guys, as always, what you think about these Doom Tower changes, because Doom Tower got a big buff. It is way more difficult. I am pretty surprised here because in case you missed my video covering this community Q&A, well, Cirilla had a community Q&A. We watched it together. I'll link that video in case you missed it in the description below. And it really sounded to me between the Q&A and between her on my channel for the Cirilla big long interview that they were just going to nerf some champions or kind of rework some of the waves. But man, they gave a pretty big buff to all the bosses. I was surprised. So I want to talk about it, but then I want to talk about more so than what we can already read, what you guys already know. I want to talk about a huge thing that nobody's talking about right now. I haven't really read much of it, even on Reddit, on the forums, on other YouTube channels, everywhere that I look. So I really wanted to kind of bring this to light. But first, new update. Well, the update is basically we're making Doom Tower a lot harder. That's the update. So anyway, since releasing Doom Tower, working on ways to improve and tweak it, blah, 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 blah. Here's what you need to know. Let's cut to that stuff. The Nether Spider will now always attack with her second skill, Brood Feast, at the beginning of the round. Buff. 3 of the current Doom Tower bosses, Frost Spider, Nether Spider, and the Magma Dragon, all have new passive skills. The skill is Almighty Strength. Damage from skills that scale based on enemy max HP cannot exceed 10% of the boss's max HP when attacking the boss. So basically, max HP champions that everybody has been leaning on for the most part, 99% of the player base against these bosses, Cold Heart, Septimus, Royal Guard, you guys know the champions, will be strongly indirectly nerfed against these bosses. 2 of the Doom Tower bosses, Frost Spider and Nether Spider, also have another passive. Here's a skill, Almighty Presence. All turn meter reduction effects are decreased by 50% when used against bosses. That mitigates, well, everybody turn meter, right? I mean, it mitigates the effectiveness, especially of Lysandra and Allure, 2 of the most important Doom Tower champions. Doom Tower's getting a lot more difficult, and they go on to say, that's everything. Go ahead and try out these new changes for yourself on the new rotation of Doom Tower. As always, please let us know what you think of these changes on it, blah, 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 blah. Go ahead and, that's it? That's everything? Go ahead and try it. Okay, here's the thing, man. Listen, again, always clear to say this, not my intention to hate on the game because I love this game. I really, really do. I really enjoy playing it every day. I love the community. I love YouTube, blah, 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 blah. So it's not my intention here to just be like, this game sucks, screw you, Plarium. But at the same time, holy crap, man. Dude, give us... This is the thing that no one's talking about, man. This is okay, right? Like, it's not the end of the world, even though Doom Tower Hard especially is going to be so challenging now, I think. By the way, thank you for your community tab poll, guys. You voted overwhelmingly for me to get Archmage Helmet. So I'm doing normal before hard this rotation, so I will not be able to give you firsthand feedback on the hard version of the Doom Tower bosses because I'm going to, do that guide for you the day he comes out, or the first day available to get him. Anyway, dude, artifacts, right? It would have been one thing if they had given these buffs to all of these bosses, but they also gave a big buff to the artifacts. The whole point of Doom Tower is, 1A and 1B. 1B is farming these new champions that you can only unlock. Day of the Tomb Angel, Archmage Helmet, that you can only unlock in Doom Tower. And then 1A is, the reason we're given all these keys is to farm these god tier artifacts you can only get in Doom Tower, these pieces for these artifacts, and then go over to the Forge and be able to have better gear for all our champions, thereby having a better shot at killing these bosses. But that's not how it's designed. They should have came at us, in my opinion, with, Okay, bosses a lot more difficult. Doom Tower a lot more difficult, but here's what we're gonna do. We gave a huge buff to the artifacts, giving you a reason to really care about Doom Tower other than the champions. Are any of you guys like me, where the artifacts, like auto-farming artifacts every day, artifact pieces for the Forge on Doom Tower is mostly an afterthought? I mean, that's right up there, slightly above Tag Team Arena in terms of my daily priorities inside the game. I'm doing Faction Wars, I'm doing Clan Boss, I'm doing my auto attacks every day, my arena battles, before I even think about farming these artifacts, because they're not that great. They're good, some of them, but they're not that great. These artifacts should be so good that it's a huge priority for you to get further in Doom Tower, and they should be specifically tuned to beating these bosses, especially now that they're more difficult, okay? So there should be, you know, there should be a destroy set kind of built into there. There should be a shield set type artifact set in there. Basically, again, exactly what you need for these bosses. That way each boss is dropping pieces of an artifact set that actually help you against that boss, right? I don't mind if they're very challenging, but give us the tools to beat these bosses. It seems like floor 120 of a couple of these bosses after the buffs are going to be incredibly difficult when they're the main boss, right? But at the end of the day, guys, I don't want to make this video super long because the next one's going to be probably 45 minutes long, but those are my opinions on this. A, it's a lot more challenging. B, I think that it's funny. At first, I was going to say no matter what they can do to Doom Tower, it's going to primarily affect free-to-play players and non-whales. But I have to say they buffed, these bosses so substantially, in my opinion. Again, I have not played them, so this is, you know, it's not even anecdotal. I haven't even gone into hard yet. But, you know, the nerf, all those passives added with turn meter and the nerfing enemy max HP, to me, that's way more than I personally expected. Let me know in the comments. I'm sure you guys will anyway. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree on how difficult this is going to make Doom Tower now? I know the majority of you guys have not completed normal Doom Tower based on a community tab poll, so I'm really curious how this affects you kind of psychologically about the game. Does it make you, okay, now there's a real challenge here, I'm really grinding my gears for Doom Tower, or does it make you not even care anymore? I really want to see buffs to these artifact sets. I want to see these artifacts changed so that they're more catered towards Doom Tower. The Doom Tower artifact sets should be extremely good at allowing you to progress at Doom Tower. That way, every day you have a reason to go in there and grind Doom Tower so you're better the next month on Doom Tower. That is not that's not the system right now. It's just not. And I want to hear if you guys agree with me on the artifacts. Am I onto something with the Forge, or is there another problem entirely, or another solution entirely? Guys, stay tuned for the next video. I appreciate you guys. We're going to end this one here. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care, guys.